Hello there and welcome
to the new channel.
Here to help you see
the new you.
My name is Carmine Ortega.
Dennis Calamba.
This is Nato Agbayani.
My name is Juan Lu.
I'm Chino.
I'm Trisha.
This is Apple Manansala.
This is Attorney Carlo Ibanez.
This is Attorney Sheila Santiago.
This is Angie.
This is Argamit.
My name is Dante Salama.
This is Jesse Francis Rebastillo.
I'm Dania Cunha.
Mon Mendoza.
I am Mapet Erhino.
I'm Leo Bryan. Mike.
Nyce Alvir.
Sir Al Ian Barcelona.
Marvin Salazar. This is Sunny Haldons.
Heidi Lumainos.
This is Ivan Jude.
Patrick Geronimo.
Alan Perez.
My name is Erwin Ursua.
My name is Bob.
My name is Lloyd Luna and this is
Future.
The Talk.
Family Business.
The Puppet Stories.
After Shift.
PNC Town Hall.
YOLO.
Marketplace.
The Home Buyer.
HR Hotline.
Danny Art Show.
Healthline.
Foreign Affairs.
CoViD Stories.
Awesome Day Show.
Thank you.
Money and more.
Cybernext.
Women at Work.
Win Within.
Port Project.
The Big Picture.
Sometimes life lets you down and you feel that you are done. You just want a morning run because the fun is all gone. But sometimes life makes you proud when you look far and wide, when you leave the pain behind and see the brighter side. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new you. Sometimes life makes you blind and you choose something bad. You just wanna cry and hide and save your face from the crowd. But sometimes life makes you see the beauty in you and me. When you look up above, there is God and there is love. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new. We're here to help you see the newness of life. We're here to help you feel your hope is so real. You got the power to see. We'll help you see the new you. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new you.
The new channel. The new channel.
The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following show are those of the hosts, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to the new channel.
We're here to help you see the new you. This is Mike.
And Nyce Alvir, CoViD survivors.
Live streaming from Pasay City. You are watching CoViD Stories.
Mayong aga sa akon mga pinalangga nga kasimanwa nga Ilonggo, sa Capiz, Iloilo, Guimaras, Antique. Maayong buntag sa ako mga amigog-amiga din ha, mga Bisaya. Sa Cebu, Davao, Butuan.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to COVID Stories. Today is an exciting interview because we'll be interviewing somebody who's supposed to have gotten the infection twice, the COVID disease twice. And we'll hear it from her mismo. And I'm quite intrigued what her story will be. And this guest of ours is connected with Doctors Without Borders and based in India, New Delhi. And I heard she got the coronavirus there, and then when she got back, and she's actually from Davao City, and when she got back, unfortunately, she got tested and she was positive with again with the coronavirus. So let's not delay this further. That's
interesting story.
Yeah, and let's welcome Yvonne Lucindo Biyo. Good morning.
Good morning, Mike and Nyce. Maayong buntag.
Maayong buntag.
Magandang umaga.
Okay, would you like to greet your mga friends watching there, and you want to say hi to people?
Yes, I'll greet my children. I told them to watch, and my husband. Hello.
Hello.
Hopefully my friends are watching then.
Okay, Yon, we're gonna have an exciting morning today, and would like to hear your story. So, yeah, you were based in India, and you got stuck there in the lockdown.
Yes. Just a little background about Yvonne.
Okay. Do you want me? Okay. I work for an international NGO, and normally I'm based in India, in New Delhi. I was able to go home because we were all working from home, and working from home in New Delhi or in Davao will be the same, no? So, and it was time for my holidays already. So I went home, but there has not been any chance to go back yet because of visa restrictions, flight restrictions, and all. Except now, just last week, I was able to apply already. So
yes.
I might be going back soon.
Okay, so so can you tell us about your COVID stories? When and how did you get infected with the virus?
So I was in New Delhi in May. The lockdown in New Delhi happened noong March eh. So careful naman kami kasi I work nga for an international NGO na health related, no. So we always were told to wear mask, social distancing. So we follow all the protocols. So I would only go out on a weekend to buy my groceries. Tapos pag hindi naman, I would have it delivered kasi sa India, everything can be delivered. You have your food delivered, you have your groceries delivered, there's Amazon. So madali naman. So there was one weekend on a Saturday. So I stay alone in India, except that I have a colleague na she lives in the same village I do. And we were saying, look, we don't see anyone. This, on a weekend, we can probably see each other. It's good then for mental health. So she was my regular, Camille was my regular weekend guest. So every Friday night she would come and Sunday she would leave na. So even if she was staying over at my place, we would still keep distance. We did everything. No, we would eat apart. We would tell stories. We weren't wearing masks, pero we were apart and all. So, and I live in a building which is 4 floors, And I have syempre neighbors, no? So we have a rooftop and they were saying, Yvonne, ano ka, join us for exercise upstairs sa rooftop kasi it's open and all. Kaya ko, I exercise naman in my apartment. It's okay. I'd rather do that than join the others. Pero siguro once or twice, I said, okay, why not? Because it's fellowship. You get to see people and it's upstairs rooftop. So I went jog dun sa area. Again, we were socially distanced except we weren't wearing masks. And then there was one Saturday, siguro towards the end of May, na I was just opening the window and suddenly I felt, parang meron akong sore throat. Pero I didn't think anything of it kasi nakapag-exercise pa kami ni Camille. We were like doing boxing and also that was as the night progressed. I had Zoom with my friends pa. Parang I was feeling na, there's this sore throat talaga. It's bothering. So I went out and I said, Camille, I have a sore throat. I feel like, sabi niya, hindi, let's take your temperature, let's see. So, wala namang temperature. Sako, okay, sige, baka wala lang yan. So, we went about our business, we were chit-chatting pa, ganyan. Tapos the following morning, Sunday, so she goes home every Sunday, she was saying, how do you feel? So I go, a bit better. No fever pa naman. Kasi we were very conscious, so we were taking temperature and all. Walang fever and all. So, okay, that's good. So she went home, and what I do on a weekend, my normal routine is I cook my things for the week na. Parang nagpe-prep na ako ng food para madali na, di ba? Yes. Hindi ka na bothered to always. So big batch cooking. Kami pa ni Camille, we were texting, I'm doing this, I'm baking this, or blah, blah, blah. So I did that, and I had another Zoom with my husband and two other people in Davao. Pero I was so tired na. I was like, I'm just tired. Sabi ko, but it's okay. I could still do the meeting and all. And then, I was sleeping na. And then Monday, I was woken up by the landlady, the daughter of the landlady. So she said, Yvonne, just to let you know, my mother-in-law is in the hospital and she tested positive for coronavirus. So you might want to have yourself checked. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have symptoms. I have sore throat. I was feeling headache na. I had fever, a bit of fever pa lang. So sabi ko, good you told me kasi she didn't know. She just called out of concern kasi diba? I think they called everyone in the building and said, you might want to get yourself tested because everyone in the household is getting tested. And also, sabi ko, okay, sige, don't worry. I'll organize that. And it was good that I could call my office, no? Kasi I was relying so heavily on my office na. So I told my immediate supervisor, I said, look, the landlady's daughter-in-law called. Auntie is in the hospital. She's an older lady. She was in her 80s. She's in the hospital and she has COVID. She's positive. And I have symptoms. So, sabi niya, okay, don't panic. I said, I'm not panicking. Don't worry. But I don't know what do we want to do. Sabi, let's monitor you. Let's see if your symptoms progress and then we'll have you tested. I said, okay, that's fine. I'm okay with that. No worries. I was just at home. But all throughout that hour, things changed, no? Like they were calling the medical coordinator na, and then they were calling. I'm assuming they called everyone because up to Barcelona, our headquarters is in Barcelona. There were people calling me rin from Barcelona, but so a few hours later, they changed their mind and they said, we're organizing to have you tested already. I said, okay, that's fine also. So it was good because they were like, there was someone who just needed to get my details. They were contacting the lab services to come to my house. Sabi ko, okay, fine. So all that, they were just saying, okay, just wait for the person to come, just wait, what are your symptoms and all that. So I said I still have fever. Now I have fever, I have headache, I'm tired, and I have this sore throat pain. So sabi na, okay, we'll send over the pulse oximeter. Do you have the thermometer? I said, yes, I have the thermometer. Sabi ko, kaya lang my paracetamol is getting low na kasi I was taking it
You've been
na, no?
taking.
Yeah, paracetamol is okay lang naman. Sabi nila, o sige, we'll send someone to give you paracetamol. What else do you need? At one point, I don't know when, because I told na my friends, no, they were saying take vitamin C also. So I said, can I ask for vitamin C? So someone bought me then vitamin C. So all of that, like I was just at home. People were bringing like the medicine. They were organizing the lab test and all. So I think I told them on a Monday. So on a Tuesday, I was tested na, and I just had to wait for the
How long was the result? How long before you got the result?
Yeah, the lab test person said 2 to 3 days, but then it was, I think, less than 24 hours that I got the results. So the medical coordinator the following day, like he unusually, kasi all throughout that time they were just texting and they were just asking, how are you, what's your temperature, what's your pulse reading. So they were doing that 3 times a day to make sure that it was still okay. So my oxygen level was okay. My fever was up and down. I had sore throat. Was getting different symptoms na, no? Sore throat, and then I had stomach problems, and so I was just giving all my. They were always asking, "Do you have like shortness of breath?" I said, "No, no." "Do you have coughing?" "No, no, no, nothing."
You had it
So
mild.
yes, I had it mild, but still difficult.
Yes.
No, so 24 hours. So unusually nga, he was just texting, and then he said, "Can I call you?" I said, "Yeah, sure, go call me." And he called and he said, "Okay, we got your test. You're positive." And I'm like, "Okay." I mean, what do I do? No, I couldn't do anything.
What
No,
ran through your head when you found out?
Well, when the daughter-in-law called me na and said that the auntie was in the hospital and positive, and that I had symptoms, I was like, okay. I also called Camille. I said, Camille, there's this situation. You might want to get yourself tested also. She got herself tested also. Everyone in the apartment got themselves, but there were um different services, no, like my office organized everything. The other people in the apartment building had to call other lab services, and at some point we were all helping each other out, like because they needed like doctor's certificate to ask for a test and all. And of course they knew I was with the is there a doctor that can help us? And yes, yes. So in our apartment building, 10 of us got infected. So aside from the auntie who was in the hospital, her family and members of the house help also got sick. I was alone in my apartment. I got sick. My immediate neighbor on the third floor, there was a 1-year-old baby. She got it also. Her parents and the grandfather and the grandmother. So 5 of them, and that. So out of those 10, two passed away, like 2 aunties, 2 older ladies, but all of us, the others recovered. So yun.
So sad,
So it
yeah.
was it was still a shock because I had to tell my husband, I had to tell my family. So Barcelona, the office, when they called, it was psychosocial support. So immediately I had psychosocial support. They were like, it was activated right away. So from the day they found out, they were calling me every day, or they were. So it helped then because I could talk to someone who was a professional, no? And then, so I was saying, my husband and I are thinking of not telling the children because we don't want them to worry. I'm okay naman. So she talked me through it, and she said, why don't you want to tell the children? Because you want to protect them. No, so I said, yeah, we do, but she was saying like, you know, like later on they're older and they think about it, and you don't tell them. You know, it will come to this episode that they think that you had something serious and you were not able to open up and tell them. So I was like, that's true, no? It's like we wanted like them to also have that idea that whatever happens, you can come to us and tell us because we do the same thing. So I said, okay, it makes sense. It makes sense. So I told my husband, we have to tell the children and my brother na who's staying with us in Davao. Then so, oh, gather everyone. I'll tell them. So I told them, and they were like, their reaction was like. And then, like, I said, okay, who's going to cry? Who's going to cry? Don't cry, anyone. I said, I'm fine. Ask me questions. And then, so I think that way we were able to manage. No? I said, don't worry. I'm weak. This period, I'm weak. I'm having the symptoms. My fever's up and down. But I will get through this. I will not, you know, I don't have as you said, I had mild symptoms. So, but it was still like an effort to walk from the bedroom to the kitchen and to I was not cooking. I couldn't cook. So it was very nice that, you know, my colleagues were asking, what is your food? I said, I don't know, whatever's in the fridge. I look for something. Tapos sila, hindi, we'll send over Zomato. We'll call sa maya meron ng box of Asian food na parang feel ka, oh my gosh, I wanna eat kasi, di ba? Usually wala kang gana, pero sige, we'll eat kasi masarap.
It triggers your appetite.
Yes, I don't usually drink Coke na or any soda. May kasamang malit na Coke. Sabi ko, oh my gosh, I want to drink the Coke. I want to drink the Coke. So sinabi ko sa kanya. So sabi niya, oh sige, next time I'll send over again. Sabi ko, no, it's not something I drink talaga. It's just, I was just excited kasi maybe because I wasn't eating anything. And I remember I told you na I was cooking big batches during the weekend. Yes. So, kung ano yung nakook ko, at least yun nakukuha ko. Kasi wala na talaga akong energy to cook or nawalan na rin ako ng gana to eat. So, and I was able to tell my friend who was like, she was telling me, do you want someone to eat with you? I said, okay. So she was like, she would see me putting food into my mouth. She said, ang galing naman. Parang sabi ko, parang kang mommy ko. Parang ang galing
so
na
virtually may kasama ka.
Yes, virtually. So yung mga ganun na, sige, one more, eat some more. Sabi ko, I can't anymore. Kaya mo yan. So mga ganun na So it was nice. Tapos, my colleagues and their partners, their like wife, husbands would also like ask na, what do you want? Can we bring you anything? I'm like, no, parang I don't want to buy anyone na, no. Parang no, you don't get to do that anymore. Just tell us what you want and we'll bring it. So I said, okay, bring me fruits. I want croissant, I want muffins, I want ganito. Nag-wish list na ako. So they would bring it. They would really look for those things and then they would bring it. So, and also like my staff, like when I said I'm sick, I cannot do anything. Don't worry. Activated na sila kagad na, don't worry, Yvonne, you don't need to think about anything. We'll take care of all the work. You just
ready to take over.
Yes. Yes. So talagang it was such a relief kasi you didn't have to think of anything. Tapos pero I still needed to approve payment. So ako pa rin tatawagan nila. So I can do that.
You would say na ang laking bagay talaga yung people around you, no? Kasi
exactly.
You're all alone, di ba? In a different country, in a foreign country, and you're sick, and nobody can go near you, di ba? So laking bagay yung mga pamilya mo, yung mga friends mo, and office mates, na despite being away from you, they were
physically distant from
virtually
each other
with you,
exactly.
and supporting you.
Yeah.
And maganda
No,
yung sa
but
company mo, yung may psychosocial support, di ba? So
yeah,
nakatulong
yeah.
talaga rin siya, di ba? Dahil
Yes, yes.
napag-uusapan mo talaga what's really on your mind.
Yeah, that's true. Even the neighbors, like all of us were going through the same thing. Their messages were like, "I'm sorry, Yvonne. We wanted to send you food, but we're busy also in the house." And I was like, "Of course, take care of your family. You don't need to worry about me. No, are you eating? Are you gonna?" I was like, "Oh yes, yes, don't worry." Parang they had more people who were infected, and then they were still thinking of me. And then even the daughter-in-law of the landlady, she was like, "Do you have fruits? Do you want me to send something over? I'll send over apples." I'm like, "Okay." Parang everyone was like, they knew I was alone, and but then everyone was like pitching in. And even yun nga, I told my friends, di ba? Everyone wanted to have a Zoom call. Everyone wanted to. I was like, okay, fine, let's schedule it. Pero parang, even during the Zoom calls, parang kahit nakahiga na ako, parang, it was just so nice to see everyone. And it was different groups, ha? Ganon. Pero syempre, like, when I told my yeah. When I told my siblings, kasi ako lang ang girl then, no? My siblings, my kuya was like very emotional and like, how are you? I need to call you. I'm like, okay, I'm fine. Don't worry. Everyone's taking care. I mean, I have my symptoms are mild. I'm being taken care of. I have medicine. I have like this. Uncle ko rin was very, he tried to call me and then he put the phone down kasi sabi niya, I can't talk to you. I'm going to cry. Sabi ko, okay, don't call na lang kasi. Pero kasi di ba, parang everyone knew.
Were you the first one in your office to contract the disease?
Yes, yes. I think I
see,
was the
that's why,
first.
But
Yeah.
how would you feel every time you talk to friends or family members and then they would start to cry? Are you affected by it emotionally during that time? Or medyo ikaw pa yung nagpapalakas ng loob sa kanila?
Kasi crybaby din ako. No? So medyo,
okay. So you cry with them.
Oo. Hindi, I would tell them, okay. Parang I would, like say, no, I'm fine. I mean, I don't feel really like it's going to progress into anything bad. No, I mean, if it's 2 week period, fine, I'll get through it. It was just getting annoying. The fever was up and down. You would think na you're getting better na, and then there are days na parang, okay, my fever is low na, and then during the day it would go up again. So parang sabi ko, ano ba to? Nakakapagod. So, and I had to constantly be telling people that no, it's up and down. After a while, I'm like, okay, I'm just okay. I don't want to say anything anymore kasi parang, di ba? Parang I feel like I'm getting better and then I'm not, and then I have this symptom,
And then
I'm
some of your
weak.
friends are trying to make you laugh rin, no?
Yes, they are.
Try to entertain you, so you don't feel bad.
Yeah.
Siguro. It's important also.
Yes, exactly.
Apart from taking care of ourselves physically, we really need the mental and emotional support from our friends and relatives, which can really help us heal and lead us to the road of recovery.
Exactly. I mean, it's a holistic thing. No, it's not just one thing that you focus on. Yeah, because I mean, it could easily have gone downhill. Me being by myself in a foreign place without, but then you had this wide network of support system that, everyone was just there available, and it was very nice.
Overwhelmingly good feeling.
Yeah.
So how?
Yes.
So and then that's good. That's good. But then how long did you have the symptoms and how long did you stay isolated after that?
So for that COVID episode, like 2.5 weeks talaga yung ano ko na
Wow.
I was it wasn't that I was by myself because when people would bring food, I would go down kasi nasa third floor nga ako. I mean, the fourth level. So I had to go down the stairs, take the food. I was happy, pero it was such an effort going back up the stairs kasi I didn't want to use the elevator. So when I reached siguro the third level pa lang, hinihingal na talaga ako na
Wow.
sobrang iba yung, like, bakit I'm catching my breath talaga na.
So iba yung protocol sa inyo? You could still go out of your room or your house when you're isolated with the virus?
Kasi
Pwede ka pang lumabas ulit?
Hindi, hanggang dun lang sa gate. So what they did was the government put they I can't remember now what they called us, but it was like a red zone. So they put up
the whole apartment.
No, at the whole street. They put up a barrier on two sides of the street, and anyone from those houses couldn't go out. So
okay.
But then, like, because I needed food, no, so I would order on Zomato, and then they would, I could go up to the barrier, or my friends could go up to the barrier, and that was it. Nowhere else. Yeah.
Right.
So up
like
and down, yes.
The whole street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, you're on lockdown pala. You're
Yeah.
Special lockdown, they call it here.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and that was a 2-week period then na nag-overlap na kasi di ba parang they only locked it kasi different dates naman na confirm yung positivity namin, no? So at a certain point tapos na yung nag-negative na ako pero there was still the street.
You can go out pa rin.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it coincided with the time that I was going out of New Delhi to the airport. So we had to get special permissions then because we didn't know if the people at the barrier would let me go.
So you're supposed to go home already? The Philippines?
Nagkaroon ng opportunity na nagkaroon ng evacuation flight and we were able to get a flight for me. And then, so tamang-tama na parang 1 week or 1.5 weeks na naka-recover na ako noon. So it was that time.
Medyo exciting yung story mo talaga pala.
Ang daming ano.
When you were allowed in that flight, what they needed from you? They asked you to do another swab test, or what was the requirements for you to be able to travel?
So I had all the documents with me, but they were a bit lax. I mean, no one really checked anything. They just wanted to make sure that you had your face mask and shield on. But then all the crew, all the staff were like in full PPE gear.
Full PPEs.
Yes.
And no one like on the flight, kasi the only slot that we could get was business class, and I was like, "Ooh, business class? No, no, na rin." Kasi no one was doing service. They just put one package of food that was the whole thing for the whole flight. You couldn't ask for anything else, and so it was like, okay. So the only thing you could do was sleep, and not even they just disabled the screens and everything. So it was really just an evacuation flight on.
So from the
commercial airline.
Kaya pala when they start coming in, medyo yung iba pala positive sa Philippines when they arrive eh. So parang medyo ganun kasi evacuation medyo hindi ganun ka strict yung yung requirements.
Yeah.
So from the
I had all my documents. Yeah, nice.
From the time you felt better, you had all the symptoms, you felt bad, and then from the time you felt better, how long before you were able to have a flight back to Manila?
Siguro because I think I got my negative test, and that was also the time I started integrating back to work, like June 10. And then I was able to fly on June 23. So, mga 2-week period na.
2 weeks then.
Yeah.
So, we are pausing for a short break. More stories when we return so that you can tell us. This will be interesting because this is about what happened when you got home in Davao. So, everyone please stay on our stream.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back. You're watching COVID Stories. I would like to say hi to Ness. Hi, Ness. Watching from Taguig City. I'd like to say hi also to Miko. Hello, Miko. Miko was the nurse that took care of us, of my whole family when we got sick. The nurses are the modern heroes, the frontliners.
Hi, Miko. Yes, before we bring back Yvonne, we would like to give some announcements. We'd like to invite you to watch other shows here on the new channel.
The Big Picture shares inspiring stories of notable personalities. Mondays to Fridays, 7 p.m. HR Hotline introduces us to the wonderful world of human resources management. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, 12 noon. Have an insightful Saturday afternoon because the family business is everyone's business. 4 p.m. The fourth project is about life, business, and success stories live from Dubai, UAE. 6 p.m. or 10 p.m. Philippine time on Saturdays. Usapang Beauty is about beauty beyond what your eyes can see. Thursdays and Saturdays, 5:30 p.m. Discover your life purpose and learn from others' turnaround stories by tuning in to U-Turn, Mondays and Thursdays at 10:30 a.m. The Home Buyer is where you hear remarkable stories about building and owning a property. Mondays and Thursdays, 4 p.m. Laugh and learn about puppetry arts from all over the world. The Puppet Stories, Mondays, 5:30 p.m. Magbenta, bumili at tumulong dahil bukas na ang TNC Marketplace, an online night bazaar. Thursdays and Fridays at 10 p.m. YOLO is for all of us to understand that law is fun and cool too. Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. Watch and learn about money and more. Streams live from the Philippines and the US. Tuesdays at 8:30 p.m. Philippine time and 5:30 a.m. California, USA. 2 leaders in one platform. TNC The Talk, Mondays at 12 noon.
After Shift is a chillaxing show about your choices and lives after work. Wednesdays and Fridays at 8:30 p.m. Discover and learn strategies on self-leadership to win in life through Win Within. Saturdays at 8:30 p.m. Dream, achieve, nurture, and inspire. Tag your kids along and watch Danny Art Show, Fridays, 5:30 p.m. Global issues, common interests. Learn together across borders. Foreign Affairs streams on Tuesdays at 10:30 a.m. Because Health is Wealth, Healthline on Wednesdays and Fridays, 4 p.m. Start your Saturday celebrating the Women at Work, 9 a.m. Saturdays. Awesome Day, Mondays at 2:30 p.m. Make sure to make your day an awesome day every day. In a world where everything is turning out digital, CyberNext aims to empower people and companies to be secure in the digital world. Streams Wednesdays at 12 noon. TechU helps you understand the emerging technologies shaping our future. Fridays at 2:30 p.m. Catch also our TNC original shows such as One Day, an inspiring 30-minute storytelling. It alternates with TNC Town Hall, co-hosted by TNC founders Lloyd and Apple. This show is where we talk to you, our valued audience, about our shows on TNC. And of course, the world has faced an unprecedented pandemic. Time to hear positive testimonies straight from those who recovered from the disease. COVID Stories, Saturdays at 10:30 a.m. More upcoming TNC shows that will truly inspire you. Please follow our channel on Facebook and YouTube, and let us help you see the new you.
Welcome back. So you're watching COVID Stories. We will bring back our guest again. Hello, Yvonne. Let's continue with...
Hi.
Let's tell them, would you like to say hi to anyone?
Hello. No, not. To my brother siguro in New Zealand and in Marikina. Pasig.
Marikina, how's your brother in Marikina?
No pala, not Marikina. Santolan, that's Pasig, no? Pero I think they're near the Marikina SM. They're fine.
Okay.
Parang
They're
nasa...
okay. Yeah, I passed by. I went to Provident yesterday to check on some broads, and wow, grabe ang nangyari sa kanila doon.
Oh my gosh.
Grabe talaga, I couldn't imagine, how I would face it, and it is so it's so good lang to see na they're okay, they're safe. But then, devastation sa bahay nila,
Pumasok
sa sasakyan nila, grabe talaga.
Nalunod na.
Nalubog, yeah.
Oh my God.
That's so sad. So, prayers for, and sana people will help, these people in Marikina. And, okay, so after India, so you flew into
Davao.
to straight to Davao ba?
I had a stop in Manila because during that time, June, you couldn't do onward travel unless you had a negative test in Manila. So, like when I got to the airport in Manila, swab test, and then you had to wait for the result. And aside from waiting for the result, the flights weren't regular, so I also had to wait for my flight. So nag-coincide naman na my result came, and then my flight was like a day or 2 days after. So
When you got to the Philippines, they had you tested.
Yeah.
In the airport. Sa
Yes.
airport na.
Yes.
So you had to wait it out before you can go to your
to go to Davao. Yeah.
To go to Davao. Yeah. All right.
Like
So
all the OFWs or all those coming from abroad and all those locally stranded, I think that was the requirement then, no, that you had to have your result and that. Yeah.
Okay, so when you got home to Davao, what was the first thing you did? I mean, what was the protocols in Davao then when you got there?
Since I was negative naman, I was the one being careful na rin, no? I went home, but we have to, like you see now, this is our bamboo hut dun sa, sa place namin. So there's the concrete house and there's this bamboo house. So I said, I will isolate because I don't want then, my children to get infected or if anything. So I said, I can do 2 weeks pa rin. So the children were like, Mama, can we hug you? Sabi ko, no, wag na muna. Kasi they had to wait pa rin until like, we said, okay na, pwede na, you can hug me na, you can. Pero my husband was
they miss you already and you're right there in front of them and they cannot even touch
So
your
yeah, so far.
Yeah. Like it was also like a few days after my birthday when I came back here. So I was like, we had a small celebration na magkakahiwalay pa lang din kami, hindi naman pwedeng gano'n.
So better safe talaga than sorry.
Yeah.
Diba?
Exactly.
But
so ano yung na-feel nyo after let's say ilang buwan? How many months passed that you felt something again? Or what made you...
Okay, so yung second reinfection. Ay, yung reinfection bale. So,
yeah.
How did it go? Why do you have yourself tested?
Okay. So kasi, like, what was my condition?
You arrived Davao June, di ba?
June 20th.
Yes.
Okay. And then, how long after?
So I arrived in June, and then, like, the protocol in Davao now is like telemedicine, more or less, no? Parang mas better instead of going to the clinic and all. I had one issue, like I had a wound yata that was like 1 week na. So I was just like self-medicating, and then I said, no, I need to go see a doctor na. So the doctor gave me antibiotics. I don't usually have reaction to antibiotics, no? Pero this time, like I felt I had rashes. I felt like it was affecting me differently. And then after that finished, I had to do another follow-up, no? And then I told the doctor, I said, I'm a bit na with the antibiotics. Kasi parang different na yung reaction ko. I don't know if it's because of, I had COVID, maybe my body is different na, and also said, oh, you got rashes, what happened? Sabi ko, no, I just felt like everywhere, like even when I was taking it na there were rashes. So sabi niya, oh, sige, we'll give you another medicine. Pero the minute you feel there's rashes, tell me and we'll give you na rin the antihistamine. So I did that. So they took, and then it was a bit better. Pero during that week, I think I ate something bad. And there was one night where I had fever and chills. And talagang nilalamig ako. I was saying my husband, give me a blanket. Ayoko ng fan, give me a blanket. Talagang ano, tapos biglang nasira na yung tiyan ko gabi pa lang. So, so I'm doing work from home, no? So I couldn't work from home na the following day. So I had to tell my boss in India. I said I can't work. I need to rest. I'll try to see a doctor within the day. So I mean, okay, fine, no worries. When I did that, um, I did telemedicine again. The doctor was like, with your situation, you need to be confined to a hospital. Sabi ko, ayoko magpa-confine. Especially during this time, no? Can't I do something na wait it out here? And sabi niya, no, you have to. That's the best. So, I again consulted with my office kasi doctor naman yung boss ko. Sabi ko, what do you think should I? Sabi niya, it won't hurt. Kasi, di ba, at least if you're having diarrhea and you're dehydrated, at least you'll be in a hospital and you have suero and everything. Sabi ko, okay, fine. So I brought myself to the emergency room. My husband wanted to go with me. Sabi ko, wag na kasi, I mean, it's COVID, di ba? Parang you'll just get whatever else is there. Ako na lang man ang may situation. I can take care of myself. I took care of myself in India. So I went as a ER. And they did a test and they couldn't find anything. So I said, okay, so can I go home na? But then they were told na she was COVID before, maybe she needs to be tested. So they said, the recommendation from the infectious disease specialist is that you be tested again. I said, why? Parang, I don't want kasi, diba? I have a different, I have a different, situation. I was like, I came here to the hospital for another case. It wasn't that, Yeah. Sabi nila kasi, but your test did not show anything. Your stool sample was negative and all. So sabi ko, okay, fine. So the only place where you could get like the swab was at the SPMC, at the regional hospital, regional public hospital. And so I said, okay, fine. It was very difficult kasi I spent the night in the driveway. I mean, they had their own protocol, no? And
The protocols,
yeah. So it wasn't like you weren't attended to right away. There were different patients pa who were before you who were also there. So I had suero na kasi nga dehydrated na ako. So I was transferred by ambulance to that hospital with suero, and then I couldn't use the bathroom and I had stomach problems, di ba? Parang ako, I was just trying to keep it in and not use the bathroom kasi ang hirap. Tapos medyo I didn't like the facility, and so anyway. So since they did the swab, they can't let you go until the swab result comes. And so,
where did you stay? Doon pa rin sa tent?
Hindi, it was the driveway. Pero in the morning, they found a room na. So then I was in the room.
Good thing.
So that was the Friday morning. So I thought, okay, the minute I get my result, I'm out. Kasi di ba, I was like, even my boss was saying,
confident na you're negative already.
Yeah. So even my boss was like, don't worry, Yvonne, it's fine, you'll get negative and all. I said, okay. But then, like on a Saturday or after staying in the facility, which was, it was very basic. There was no AC. It was just a bed. There was not even a table. My things were on chairs. There was a small fan. It was basic. Anyway, it was fine, no? If I wouldn't stay long there. But then they said, you're positive. And I was I couldn't believe it. I said, I cannot be positive. That is not, I think I was telling them it could be viral shedding because I had it, and it could be that there's still leftover viral RNA within my body, and maybe that's what is being picked up because my defenses are low, my immunity is down, and also maybe it's coming back up, no? So they said, but there is a way to determine if you are infectious or not. So I said, okay, I want that done on my sample. It was a bit weird again kasi you get called by different doctors every day kasi depending on who is there, and they don't see you, they call you. So you don't, I resorted to writing down the names of the doctors because I had to know who I was talking to and what they were telling me, and they weren't telling me much, and it was like different things, different I was cross-checking. The thing is, I was cross-checking all these things with my organization who had doctors, no? So I was like telling them, oh, this is what they're telling me. What do I do? Sabi, you ask for, what do you call this? You have to ask for this certain test for your sample to determine if you're infectious, like this, like that. And then, so I was doing that. I was like, I wrote them an email. I told them, I don't like the way you're handling my case. I have, because during that time, dumating na yung second stool exam result ko, and it was amoebiasis. So I said, you should treat me for amoebiasis and nothing else. I'm not, I had no other symptoms, and you have something that links me to a certain case na talaga. So yun, so it was a bit difficult kasi I had nothing. I had not the usual symptoms because in India I was weak. I had fever. I couldn't move. I didn't have smell. I didn't have taste. Here, nothing. I just my thing was just my stomach.
So you had amoebiasis, and because it was protocol in the hospital to have it tested, so they found you positive. So parang asymptomatic positive ka ng COVID, but then it just so happens na meron kang amoebiasis. So parang, parang you're in doubt pa if indeed positive ka nga ba talaga, di ba?
Yeah.
Oo, even with all those tests, parang you're doubting it. Dahil parang, how could you have gotten it? Parang iniisip nga natin na, anong tawag dito? Meron na nga tayong immunity, di ba? So, yun yung yun yung mas nakakasama ng loob at yung parang nakaka-bother sa atin.
So,
even the fever, and Nyce, the fever was like only on that one night when I was like...
Because of amoebiasis. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the meantime, we are pausing for a short break. You can tell us, Yvonne, kung anong ginawa mo when you found out that you were positive again. So, please stay on our stream.
We'll be right back.
So welcome back. You're watching COVID Stories. Let's bring back our guest for today, Miss Yvonne Lucindo Biyo. Hi, Yvonne.
Hi, Nyce. Hi, Mike. So you were asking what I did?
Oo, di ba nalaman mo na positive ka na. So parang hindi ka makapaniwala kasi you didn't feel anything. You were in the hospital, you were seeing a doctor for a different reason, and then all of a sudden you were told you're positive. So anong ginawa mo agad? I mean, what did you do?
How did you feel then?
I was angry. I was like, I was really angry. I was like, I wasn't the best patient. I admit I didn't act well. And I acknowledge that. And again, I had to organize my whole office thing. Kasi working from home na nga ako, di ba? And then when I told my boss na they're keeping me in the hospital for 14 days, sabi, it's fine, you rest and all. Sabi ko, they're keeping me in the hospital. Sabi niya, it's fine, you rest and all. Sabi ko, no, it's not fine. They're keeping me for 14 days. I said, what? I said, yes, they're keeping me for 14 days. And I cannot in all conscience not work, no, because I'm well, I'm okay. But good thing I had my laptop kasi they didn't want electronic things brought in and all. Pero umpisa pa lang, dinala ko na laptop ko kasi nga I have certain responsibilities sa office, so I have to have it. And then I told my friends like I need a Wi-Fi system, so someone who was connected to Globe got it organized, and then I told my husband, I need table, I need a long table, I need food, I need my clothes, I need lahat, dala. I need my yoga mat. Ano yun?
Nag-set up ka na sa hospital.
Yes. I need my yoga mat kasi wala akong magagawa dun for 2 weeks. Imagine, what do you do? The first 2 days were hard enough. Like, I was just using data. I mean, that was the least of it, no? Pero, like, it was so hot. It was like, sabi ko, if it's not COVID, I will have, my hypertension will go worse because it was so hot, it wasn't well ventilated. It was like the food, which was nice, I'm not complaining, except that I wasn't eating rice naman every time. I was more into fruits, more into vegetables, and then, of course you can't choose, pero masarap yung food, in fairness. That I did not complain about talaga, pero I can't be eating that all the time. So I asked my husband, bring me fruits, bring me everything. So the whole time I was working. I was doing meetings, nakaswero ko, nagbe-briefing ako ng mga staff, lahat ginagawa ko, nag-i-email ako, everything. Kasi sabi ko, I'm not sick. It was such a different case from India. Kasi in India, I was just down. I couldn't, I told you my staff took over and then I didn't have to worry. This time, I couldn't ask them to take over because I was like, I'm well. I'm like, I can work. So that's what I did. And then I had psychosocial support again. Kasi ito, sobrang tindi. Sabi ko talaga, I need someone to talk to. Kasi it was so difficult. And then,
so parang, based on your story, Yvonne, I would like to say, I would like to somehow believe na even if you feel better, there's a possibility talaga, it is real, na anyone who has COVID can get reinfected without even feeling the symptoms again. Kasi you felt fine based on your story. You felt you were okay. So parang possible talaga na mangyari yan. Yvonne, your story is really interesting. As much as I would want to keep you, we only have an hour and it's not enough. So,
medyo nabibitin kami. But then we got all the lessons here, and it's quite an interesting story. And so anong
So if you would give your COVID story a title, what would it be?
I've thought about this, and I think it would be like it takes a global village. It takes really like your whole community to help you out. And I experienced that, so it was like from my case in India, and even when in the Philippines, like it was so quick to have everything like organized then and all. So it really takes everyone. It really takes.
So yung story mo, like for example, I'd like to publish it or something. What do you think is the title of your COVID story?
I think yun nga, like you get well because it takes a whole village. It takes a whole village to.
It takes a whole
to-
village.
Takes a whole village.
Yeah.
Okay.
Takes a
Good
whole.
note that.
But it's true, no? It's really
Yeah,
like
totoo yan,
don't
totoo
do
yan.
you don't do it yourself. It's like
Yeah.
everyone.
No man
Ganun-
is an island.
Yeah, ganun din sa amin,
Yeah.
parang it was all, all your friends and, you see your real friends and family and, they're all there for you.
Yeah.
They would just give your needs,
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So it has been an inspiring and informative morning. Hoping to see you all every Saturday at 10:30 in the morning. We can conquer one's fears and through in this disease through different COVID stories. So please stay tuned every Saturday at 10:30 in the morning. Thank you, Yvonne, for being our guest, for sharing your story to our viewers. And I'm sure they have learned a lot. And you are a living example that we should not take this COVID for granted because reinfection is really possible. So
and you can spread the virus with reinfection.
yes, that's right. There's a reason that our cases don't get lower. We don't our curve hasn't flattened until now because we are somehow unaware that we are still there. The
We can
possibility of reinfection is real. So
Okay, so
Daghang salamat.
daghang
daghang
salamat sa
salamat,
inyo.
Yvonne.
Alright, this has been COVID Stories. Thank you so much.
Thank
Have a
you
good
for watching
weekend.
COVID Stories. You too, Yvonne.